even after winning the rounds, there's no smile over their faces. That shows what kind of mental barricade they are behind.
Okay. I mean, some players, they're just not that expressive, though. Oh, a push from underpass catches Olaf. Big man's taken down. Bono as well towards mid. He's able to chip a lot of damage, but that's all he's going to find. Man advantage once again in the hands of CM, and this is something they're desperately looking for, especially in rounds like these. They start off with an advantage, but then later on, that advantage slowly and steadily starts to fade away, and this is what I exactly mentioned. It's taken down to a 3v3 somehow, even though CM, they had such a big advantage off the bat. And in this 3v3, Freaky's low, so that can be a bit of a sigh of relief. But still, nothing much can be said just yet.
What a call. What a call from Vava. Getting an entirely empty site. Scum mid just moved in towards B. They were winning their own fight, so they just decided maybe Vava going towards the B side. Now, that is a big problem.
Yeah.
But again, Vava is the team that has no idea that the site is empty.
And once again, they've also got a lot of time. 30 seconds on the clock almost to make that 25. But, yeah, I mean, slow and steady clears. Just keep on clearing every single angle. Get as much as map control as you can. And, yeah, just settle down and play for the post plants. They've pretty much got the entire side on the cover. 2 players to come, Rocky and Soulmate. Soulmate especially, he's been feeling himself today. Yeah, he's come in, they lost the first map. Still, Soulmate is not a man to be underestimated like that.
Absolutely, but yet again down to just last 1v2. How much can Soulmate do?
Good question. And the answer is nothing much. Imsmuji from Wawa as well. He's been a man who's been recently popping off. Especially at the end of group stage when we saw the Pakistan region. Imsmuji was the man who was getting a lot of the MVPs. So
True.
he sort of has the momentum. And olofmeister's addition is also helping this team a little bit more. We mentioned this too at the start of the entire group stage as well, that Wawa is one of those teams that likes to play tactical, and from the Indian side it was Godscreen. Godscreen, unfortunately, they've been knocked out, which was a big upset, but Wawa, I mean, to add on to this tactical play style, you've also got a man like olofmeister to back you up. That's even better.
That's true, and you know, I just love the approach coming in from Vava. They realized that there could be someone pushing up through the connector in mid, and for that they had a trap setup with the Molotov as well as the frag. So if in case there would have been an approach by come mid in to take that mid space, they would have just met with their demise. And that's only because of the fact that it is an eco round, wherein teams decide a lot of times to just push up one part of the map. All right.
Interesting. I mean, that's a boost all the way from triple. He did find a ding, but that's all he's going to find. There's a deagle in the hands of Bono. That can be sort of that win condition, but still Get Right is the main man. He needs to make some impact with that M1. So far, just going for tabs. Yeah, the tab's going to be found. Get Right. Just leave though. Behind the bench as well, gets cleared out. B-site just like that's going to fall in the hands of the attackers. Wawa getting the plant down as well. It's a 2v4 upcoming. While olofmeister and Executor, they're quite softened up, but still going for a 2v4 is a little bit too much, so you might as well be the wise one and back off and go for the save.
Because you look at the creds of Get Right, I mean, he's got no dollars in this wallet, just 300. So of course, he'd be making sure he gets a drop. Maybe HSB is just going to drop him that M4 of his. On the other side, though, quick upgrades on the weaponries, and they'll be moving backwards. Wawa making sure that all 4 of their players are surviving. Getting the equalizer on board is important for them, and they've been able to do that.
So, once again, the problem is the slow play style. You're giving the players of Vava to execute their set plays.
Yep.
And that time is sort of essential in general for Wawa. But if C-Mid they're going to start playing a little bit more aggressive. Wawa, there's just not going to have enough time to think about things. The only reason why Wawa is able to be so comfortable and roam around all across the map for such a long time is all because that no one's being that aggressive as they were in the group stage. And I feel like CM should definitely try and bring a little bit of variance in the pace.
That needs to be done, but yet again, they just seem to be holding their angles, and that's about it. Every single part of the map is being watched in. Apartments, yes, it's open, but Get Right is just there on site, making sure that there's no one making those crosses. Mid is basically under lockdown. All of cat control has been taken. Connector being watched in as well, so they're kind of pinpointing the location of the players. That's a good pick. Bullet has been taken down.
Okay, the execute begins. Smokes and flashes on the site, a couple of Molotovs as well to make sure that those basic angles will be cleared off. And as they march towards the site, they will also have to control without any problem. A couple of players trying to squeeze through the smokes, but even they will be shut down easily. And now it's a 4v4 on the site. C4's planted, and the players slowly and steadily looking to back away. Trades happen, a couple of on the board. One more man towards Connector will be snuffed out. A 2v3 upcoming, but unfortunately, not for long. The players of CM, they collapse.
What a well-oriented execute from Wawa. And it's the exact same story again. You give them time to set up. They're all going to go in for those lineups. They will be smoking off those points. They'll be using the Molotovs to flush out any player playing close. And I just love the way how they cleared every single angle before executing the fight. The site was entirely empty for them. And the angles that they did not check, they were just smoked off. And all you need to do is just make sure that you cannot be spammed in through the smoke. This is one of the perfect executes that I have seen.
Yeah, that's olofmeister's addition for you, my friend. One thing is for sure, since these legends have been added in, we're seeing much more of proper executes.
True that.
I mean, this is not the first time we're seeing that. We even saw one execute from this out of God's Ring, too. So, yeah. Imagine if you're going to have those proper executes, when you're going to have smokes just blocking off 90% of the vision of the opponents. What are you even supposed to do? Then Molotovs as well, just flushing out the basic angles where players like to play from. Be it triple, be it default, be it firebox. You just stand no chance. Even under Palace. Yeah, I just can't really do much. And then through the short this time, it's going to be a quick rundown. They do realize the players are on an eco. It's better to just run it down through short. And that's what they do. Get right towards Market, just looking to find one single deagle connection. But unfortunately, he's not able to do so. And I think so, this round will be collected as well quite easily.
The question is, would they drop one rifle, or that's not going to be the case. It's not going to be that.
1 HP.
He's dodging all the bullets like he's the Matrix, but not all, I guess.
Yeah. Unfortunate. The players that are usually having a lot of impact, I'm speaking of Bono, I'm speaking of HSB, Soulmate, yeah, in the first series, he was definitely performing out of his mind. Yeah, it's a whole other story that CM did not really win that first series, but Soulmate is in form. Previous game, HSB was doing solid. But Bono, he's still a little bit iffy, and I want to see that old Bono from the group stage back.
Just the pressure, HSB though.
Oh, he blocks off that smoke. Oh, this is brilliant. But unfortunately, it just doesn't work that well. Yeah.
Some chip damage, but
we tried it. Just didn't work out. The man is right underneath the window. Went for the trigger discipline play. Catches the first, but the second one, it still returns back with the trade. They're trying their best to stop the flood on the B side, but the players have already made their ground. And soon enough, even the C4 will be planted, and Bullet is going for the plant. Bono with the op in his hands is still just holding towards Market, and Freaky is going to play a Ninja. Oh, this is going to get a little bit exciting. From the flank is Soulmate. He starts striking a couple of players down. Freaky should be the playmaker from that Ninja spot. If he finds even two, that can be huge. But he's already done his job in Smoochie. He plays that phenomenally well, and he also
How?
saves the day for his team. Somehow, come mid, even though they were on the verge of winning that round, they still somehow messed it up.
That was a 3v5. Get Right got 2 in that before falling down. I'm still surprised, but there was absolutely no one watching the drop from the apartment's exit towards the van. That's where Get Right was taken down. But even after that, yes, it still was a 4v3 situation. You had all the utilities to go in for the retake. Archer's control was also established. But it just seems that Mid lost all of their duels altogether. Ooh.
So now CM, once again, back on the ground zero, do not really have a lot of weaponry. Yeah, they do get the initial advantage, but look at the overall view. The overview of things, that's what I mean. In general, Wawa, they do have the advantage when it comes to the weaponry. One man down, okay, no issues. But still the gun disadvantage is huge. It matters. It really does matter. And now Olaf with this op, even if he's able to find the first pick towards market, which is probably HSB because he's peeking out, he's holding quite a tight angle. Maybe the chances of that shot being missed are quite a lot, but all it takes is one single peek on a site from Wawa to kickstart things.
True. Util, flash goes out, all the mollies are in place. I love this execute coming in, Necro.
Oh, the man spotted towards the side, tucked in the corner, but he still gets caught. Wawa. Beautiful stuff. See mid, the more passive and defensive they're playing, they're just getting completely anticipated by the opponents. They're getting read by Wawa. See what they definitely need to bring a little bit of variety in that play style. Maybe push up from one side, just like what they did on mid, right? They pushed up, one player pushed up from mid with a FAMAS. He got the first kill. Just like that, try and bring in a little bit of variety in the pushes. But try and be a little bit more aggressive, playing fully defensive, especially with the way CM have been playing through the group stage. It's just not really working out for them. Get Right, he gets one before backing away. But yeah, Get Right's more than happy to get that.
That is such a ratty escape. It wouldn't. The way all the legends, you know, they kind of even move around, making sure that they're constantly jiggling while also moving backwards. Every single point that you always watch. But again, just one day with the guidance of Olaf, and that's the kind of execute that we are seeing. It is phenomenal to watch how Wawa is also maturing along the way.
I mean, it feels like a systematic dismantle.
Yes.
They're systematically taking off player by player. They're just dismantling them part by part. And once again, a quick execute towards mid. And this is the variety that I'm talking about, that we're seeing from Wawa. Sometimes they're playing completely passive. Sometimes they're just pushing it, gunning it down, W keying towards mid. And this variance is really catching the players that come mid off guard. They just do not exactly know what to expect at what round and what site will be executed at what round. There's just so many question marks the players that come mid are fighting. So many demons they're fighting in their head.
They're all crumbling under the pressure of their own mental barricade. And I mean, nothing taken away from Wawa. Their executes look impeccable. But at the same time, Commit just does not seem to be... Oh, miscatch. This does not seem to be the way they normally play. We're going to see the execute towards B. Get Right. Good molly towards the van. Maybe another one. Maybe towards the bench. And yes, the flash on the side. Execute will begin.
Oh.
Good stop.
Oh my god. And Smoochie moving from the back. Yeah, well, he does his job. I mean, they're just eating him out at this point.
Perfect.
No place is safe. And come mid, yeah, as I mentioned, it's a systematic dismantling. They just know what they're doing on the map. And come mid, for them, for some reason, yeah, they need to be a little bit more proactive. At this point, it just feels like they're being too lazy, but I'm pretty sure that's not what they want to do. Being proactive should be the way to go. They have tried playing defensive, Now it's time to go a little bit offensive from the CT side too. Maybe
True.
a little bit aggressive, at least from one side. Try the push and pull strategy. Even that can work.
So in the early round, we clearly saw Wawa again going in for their mid approach, which you also pointed out that they are changing things. And after doing that, they just posted Insmooth J in that position. And he was left to do whatever he wanted to do.
Exactly.
And that lurk timing was just perfection. And that's because that was enough time needed for Wawa to continuously regroup towards the apartments and then go also use the utilities. And I love the pause between the utilities too, because they wanted to bail out any defensive utils as well. So any mollies or frags or flashes from the CT, they would have been used up. And then they would have gone in for the execute on the back of Insmooth J's lurk, which he was able to establish towards the CT. Again, such a picture-perfect gameplay from Wawa. This is one of the reasons why this team was invited with such an experience on board. And also now with the guidance of Olof, it just seems an entirely new team, man.
Yeah. I mean, 7-2. Match is also paused. And with how things have been looking like, HSB with the op in his hands. Okay, we're seeing that switch up because Bono's op is not able to find the reply. So now maybe pass the op on towards HSB. We're seeing that switch up. We're seeing a little bit of a change.
Yeah, they've been doing that for a while now, but even that is not working out. And one of the reason is that Bono is just not being able to pop off as he normally would. And so is the case with Rocky. Not just feeling himself.
Flashes out towards mid. Here we go. Execution begins.
Bono firing a few warning shots out there in mid. And since again, the next is... Wait.
I'm not sure about this. Get right. Yeah, that's way backs away. No, this is too risky. But he actually set the opera up.
Good shot.
Beautiful stuff. A good set play that came in.
Oh, Soulmate?
Soulmate 2 is pushed up close, but he's not going to burst out mid. There's no way he bursts out through the smoke, but he's actually going to do that. He replies to the demons in his head, and he gets picked off. Does not check the back at all. A free pick towards mid to the T's, and that's what they exactly needed, the opener. Bono is up close as well, inside a connector. He finds the perfect timing on the opera, shuts him down. olofmeister out of the game. It's a 2v3 upcoming, and Bono just keeps on exploring towards mid. Freaky makes it a 1v2, but it's still quite difficult to execute. I mean, he's got the C4, so that's the bright side.
But would he be able to pull off this clutch? Will he anticipate the position? Get right on the lurk. HSB towards the arches. Freaky has got a load of utility. He's basically got a full loadout. On the other side as well, a couple of flashes.
Oh, exploring the site. He's actually going to find it a free as well.
Oh, wait a second. There's no noise being made at all.
I mean, with that smoke, maybe the intentions will be given away. And yes, they have been. You see the man towards short, instantly awakened. And Freaky, yeah, I like this. Be a little bit proactive.
Good
Push
one.
up towards market. Find the first guy. Make the duel a 1v1. But unfortunately, the Molotov. And then the op as well, just holding that angle. Okay, that was a good one from the side of CM. These are the team play that we like to see. But then there was also one angle let loose towards mid because Soulmate pushed up through the smoke.
That was actually a very good play coming in. Because again, you needed a perfect timing on the back of it and get right. He's a legend. His senses will always tingle. He knew that since it's a 2v1 situation, we will be seeing Freaky pushing up to try and isolate the first duel. And you always just end up pushing in towards the CT. And he was ready for it because he was on that rotation. So going with that flash first and then using the molly to flush out the player playing aggressively. Only for him to either fall in his own crosshair or towards HSB, and he even hid behind the pillar, not giving him a full 1v1. He had to move backwards.
Yeah.
Good round coming in from the side of C mid, but now got to replicate it again.
He's out. Nade inside of the apartments. Yeah, one man just instantly squeezed off. Another one from the short will be found as well. Good stuff. And just like that, the entire round's going to fall in the hands of Come Mid. Finally, the players are now awakened, and the team play seems much more better. It's all about the communication. And from CM, the communication now seems a little bit more fluid. But for Wawa, this might be a wake-up call for themselves because their momentum has been destroyed. But they still do have enough money to go for another buy.
I mean, momentum is destroyed, but not the economy. But at the same time, if you're looking at the AWP investment, that's also coming in. olofmeister. So this should potentially be another slow approach by the side of Wawa. Got the AWP, you would want to play it slow. You want to get that pick. But where would they find it is going to be the question.
Wawa, whatever they were trying to do has now been figured out by CM. The variety in the play style has been figured out, and look at what Wawa is doing now. They're playing this one so safe and so passive.
Freaky.
Yeah, he's gonna lose his patience and also his head. Freaky taken down in quite a freaky way because the man was pushed up. It's taken down on 4v5. Bono towards short as well, playing a little bit proactive, but already a man squeezed up. Look at the amount of space in Smoochie is found. To find out that trade onto one man and get so much space on the map is completely worth it.
True.
As a T side, all you need is the sight in your hands and a couple of picks to clear it out.
But look at the setup as well. 3 people.
Big. Oh my god, the flash was huge! It blinds off the player in the back, and he just turns around and slaps the other man down as well. And just like that, the site crumbles apart in the hands of Wawa. Site taken over, get right all by himself. He gets a 2-piece at the back of his teammates. And now it's all down to Bullet. In a 1v3, the also defuse is being stuck. This is not good for Bullet. Somewhere downline, Bullet himself knows that it's done. The first half is going to be 7-5. CM, they somehow are still alive inside of the series. It's not a complete one-sided game so far.
Just one pistol round away to get that equalizer for themselves. So, yes, a very good comeback being pulled up from the side of C-Mid. And it was all on the back of that one specific round in which Freaky did not close out that 2v1. But what a retake. I mean, this just feels right. Get right. You know, getting back on the way he used to be in his prime. So, finally being able to step up, and his teammates too. You look at Bono, you look at HSB. Yes, they're also now slowly finding the picks that they need. But this T side is going to be even more difficult to pull that comeback on.
Ooh. Freaky.
Hello there.
Are you really going to go for that against Glocks?
Yeah.
I mean, the players have already went towards the A, and olofmeister. Yeah, no, this is a little bit too risky. Freaky able to find the first, the second one as well. And still the players are going for that peek against the USB in that range, and they just don't stand a chance. That's why, with the Glock, you're just supposed to gun everyone down. Even CM on the T side, they're playing so cautiously with the Glocks. This is for the first time we're seeing. And because of that, they're really getting punished. This is not the CM we've seen in the past. Usually, they just like to barrel stuff their opponents.
Usually. Seems like in their mind, this seems to be an unusual circumstance, so not getting comfortable as to what they normally would do on the other side. olofmeister could push directly controlling the cat. Entire mid is just being under lockdown. He gets one. Ah, not another eco ace, man. Come on.
Well, I mean, he got the 3K. The chances of happening anything have been taken away. And yeah, the last 2 kills will be collected as well. olofmeister feeling himself inside of this game of Mirage. and is really helping out Wawa massively in taking over the opponents.
Well-oriented play, indeed, and the lead just increased further. Doubled it, 9 and 5, so a 4-round difference.
Yeah.
If this is where Commit are not able to come back in this game, I mean, it's going to be an 11-5, and at that point, let's be really honest, players sometimes do lose hope.
Pretty much. There's a man towards Palace. And in Smooth J off the bat, he just kicks things off in a great note. Now CM, they're just losing these duels. That's going to cost them their life. It's out of the tournament, probably. HSB taking down the main man, the big man inside of the squad, not anymore.
True.
Soulmate's quite softened up as well, so the key players, they're not doing too hot in this round. And keep this thing in mind, after this round, Wawa will be on the double digits on the scoreboard. 10 rounds will be there. Bono towards ladder. He's found a lot of control too. With that ladder room control, he will clear out Nest. And that's what he's done. And probably wait for someone to push up close and personal from short, which will soon or later happen. And that's what Bullet is doing as well. Slowly and steadily inching his way in. First kill found Bono. Now has tasted the blood. But will he turn back in the nick of time? The answer is yes, but he still gets caught. Freaky with a good catch onto the opponent. Now it's taken down to a 3v3.
Archers and Van still under control. Executor with the continuous jumping. Yes, he's seen the players.
Good
Goes
ball.
in with the instant diary. Oh my goodness. Freaky from the Archers. Gets one more through the window, and it's all down to just Get Right and Soulmate.
And Soulmate's too low, so Get Right's going to be the one to pull something off. But yeah, this MP9's more than enough to seal the deal and collect their souls. I mean, Wawa, every single player is actually able to execute well, and it just feels like they're really down to sacrifice for the cause as well.
All 5 Deagles? No. Not all 5. Take 9 into the mix.
Util dump towards main. Smooth G positions himself in sandwich. He's undetected on that spot. Another Molotov to back it off. And yeah, Bullet catches the first man. That too this time. Get Right taken down. Now let's see what CM's going to be able to pull off. This man is just lining him up. Eco frags easily collected by the player. And yes, there's a chance even the ace can be collected.
That is going to be the ace as well. 2 maps, 2 consecutive aces. Once by Olof and then by Bullet. Another solid game coming in, and this does seem to be it, man. It does seem that Commit has lost every bit of hope, which this should not until the map is over. But it just feels like that, because even when they try to go in for that execute, yeah, it's understandable, it's your eco round, but you always want to find some kind of mix.
I don't know. Okay, well, with the way we're seeing some of these kills happen on the board, it's quite interesting. It's a 2v3. An Executor is still up. And we know what Executor is capable of. We've seen this man's enough highlight plays in the group stage. And these two players now, all they need to do is just wait. It's just a guessing game at this point. Oh no, not a good start at all for CM. Insmooth G gets the man down, and now things are equalized. It's a 2v2.
Oh, wait.
You know, towards A, HSB has already found the great marker, and somewhere down line, HSB as well is looking for to catch him off guard, but Insmooth G is trained and he's prepared. His crosser was directly onto his skull. Rocky as well now starting to wrap all the way from the back. He will get his hands on the C4, but his position will be compromised as well at the same time, because the players know the C4 was towards the T-spawn.
That is such a smart move from Vava. Quickly doubling up. But wait a second, they're just lit.
They know. They know.
Yeah, they've got to be being it very patiently. Through there. Oh, what a timing! What a timing! What a patience by Insmoji. And I love that maneuver, not giving that 1v1 out in the open, just backing up on the site near the ticket booth.
Giving him the hopes that he can actually win the round in
Yep.
1v2. And then just peeking out and destroying him while he's going for the plant.
It's just so very unfortunate to see if you are a fan of Come Mid. I mean, this is the game you would want to forget about. It's 5 and 12. Oh my goodness. All right, that's one thing.
This is the commit that we wanted to see.
Finally.
Exactly. Just W key all across the board, but unfortunately, team play is also important. Blocking off the connector as well with the smoke, something that's really of the essence, but unfortunately the players just did not do so. Get right. He moved up all the way towards Nest. Does get one, but that's all he's going to find. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for the last series of the day. It's Wawa to take down Come Mid, and also, as people mentioned,